Billionaire left a $0 tip. What the single mom waitress found under his plate changed everything. Emily Carter had learned not to expect much from life anymore. At 32, she was a single mother juggling double shifts at a small downtown restaurant called Maple Street Grill. Her mornings began before sunrise, packing lunches for her 6-year-old son, Noah, and her nights ended with sore feet, empty pockets, and quiet prayers whispered in the dark. Tips were the difference between surviving and sinking. Some days were kind. Others were cruel. That Tuesday evening started like any other, until he walked in. The man wore a tailored charcoal suit, a watch that probably cost more than Emily's car, and carried himself with the calm confidence of someone used to getting exactly what he wanted. The hostess whispered as she handed Emily the table, Table 12. "That's Richard Hale." Emily didn't recognize the name, but the way the staff straightened their backs told her everything. Important. Powerful. Probably rich. Emily put on her best smile and approached the table. "Good evening, sir. Welcome to Maple Street Grill. Can I start you with just water?" he said, without looking up from his phone. No smile. No eye contact. Still, Emily did her job perfectly. She refilled his water before it was empty. Took his order without a single mistake. Made sure the steak was cooked exactly medium rare. She ignored the way he sighed impatiently when she passed, or how he barely acknowledged her existence. She'd seen worse. As the restaurant filled, Emily moved fast, balancing plates, smiling through exhaustion. Every so often, she glanced at Table 12. Richard Hale ate in silence, finished his meal, and finally placed his black leather wallet on the table. Emily's heart lifted just a little. Big spenders sometimes tipped well. She brought the check folder back and thanked him politely. "Have a good evening, sir." He stood, nodded once, and walked out without another word. When Emily returned to clear the table, she opened the folder. Tip, $0.00. Her chest tightened. She stared at the receipt longer than she should have. Not because she felt entitled, but because she had hoped. Noah needed new school shoes. The electricity bill was overdue. That tip could have helped. She swallowed the disappointment and reached to clear the plate. That's when she noticed something underneath it. A small, folded envelope. Her name was written on it, Emily. Her hands trembled slightly as she picked it up. For a moment, she thought it might be a cruel joke. But curiosity won. She opened it. Inside was not cash. It was a key, and a handwritten note. "Sometimes the real tip isn't what you expect. Read the back of this note when you get home." Emily's confusion turned into disbelief. A key? No tip? A riddle? Her manager called her to another table, and she slipped the envelope into her apron, her mind racing all night. When her shift finally ended, Emily picked up Noah from her neighbor's apartment and walked home under the dim streetlights. After putting Noah to bed, she sat at the kitchen table and unfolded the note again. She turned it over, her breath caught. "That key opens apartment 3B. 214 Willow Street. It's yours, paid in full. No rent. No catch." Emily laughed out loud, then stopped, her eyes filled with tears. This couldn't be real. Willow Street was across town. She knew it well. Clean buildings. Safe neighborhood. Close to a good school. She reread the note again and again. At the bottom was a signature, Richard Hale under it, a final line. "I grew up watching my mother serve tables. People judged her by tips. She deserved more." The next morning, Emily stood outside 214 Willow Street, key in hand. Her heart pounded as she unlocked the door to apartment 3B. The apartment was real. 2 bedrooms. Clean floors. Sunlight pouring through the windows. A small balcony. Even a note on the counter from a property manager confirming everything. Emily sank to the floor and cried. For the first time in years, the weight on her chest lifted. Over the next weeks, her life slowly transformed. Noah got his own room. He walked to school with a smile. Emily still worked at Maple Street Grill, but now with hope instead of fear. One afternoon, a letter arrived. No return address. Inside was a single page, asterisk, "Emily, I didn't leave a tip because I didn't want applause. I wanted change. You gave me dignity without knowing who I was. That matters more than money. Pay it forward when you can." Asterisk. Emily folded the letter carefully and placed it in a drawer. Months later, When a struggling young waitress joined the restaurant, Emily covered her shift one night. When a customer left no tip, Emily slipped her a quiet 20 and said softly, "Sometimes the real tip comes later." And somewhere out there, a billionaire smiled, knowing that one small, hidden gift had changed not just a life, but a future.